Alrighty, so the 9th anniversary has now kind of switched gears into the conclusion. So what this has done is brought us a kind of final 4 of EZAs that I want to talk about today and determine which one is the best. Now, I'm sure most of you know the 4 contenders you can see on the screen are back to back to back to back to back, right? Back to back to back to back. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so I'm sure, as most of you know, the big EZAs, or like the marquee EZAs of this celebration, were the 6-year anniversary EZAs here being AGL UI Goku, Int Evolution Blue Vegeta, Physical Boo Tanks, and STR Super Vegito. So let's look at each one, kind of break them down, and we'll kind of quickly go through this and then determine, in my opinion, which one is the best, then rank them 1, 2, 4. So the order that we break them down is not in any specific order, but when we will, wow, I can't talk, we will break them down by the end of the video, or order them by the end of the video. So the first one is Evolution Blue Vegeta. Now, this guy received a significant glow up from his initial release's counterpart, right? When you look at the initial drop for Evolution Blue Vegeta back in 2021, you could argue that he was nowhere near as good as he should have been, considering he didn't just absolutely blow away the God event like AGL UI Goku did. So that was a little bit annoying, but now we've kind of seen a bit of a resurgence where you could argue that this guy is better than AGL UI Goku. So looking at what he does on his first turn, he has Guard, right? And Guard, as I'm sure as you guys know, especially at this point, how overpowered that is. And also with a baseline damage reduction of 50%. Combine that with the Guard means his first turn is going to be extremely efficient defensively, as UI Goku is as well. And then we're also going to be getting up to 30% damage reduction with each attack received or evaded. So we will be up to 80% damage reduction by the time he's fully built up on that first turn with Guard. So he's essentially untouchable. We have Ki +3 up to 10, and attack and defense plus 30 up to 120% with each attack performed. So you're going to be doing 3 to 4 attacks each turn with this guy. Almost, I would say at least you're going to be getting at 1, at the most it's 3 or 4. Then we're going to be launching an additional attack, which has a 77% chance of becoming a super attack, which is nice, and the passive. Combine that with the hidden potential ability, and that's going to look very nice. We have an additional attack plus 77% when performing a critical hit when the active skill is launched or your Ki is at 24, which is very easy, because most of the time you're going to have this guy on a team with Beast Gohan, who's giving you an additional 3 Ki. Combine that with the 10 Ki that you're going to be getting with each attack performed when you get maxed out. So 24 Ki is not going to be a problem with this guy. And then after we receive 5 or more attacks in battle, and we revive after he's been attacked 5 times. So that's super easy to get. Ki +7 and attacking defense plus 77% when the revival skill is active, so that is good. You get an additional buff. And then we have guaranteed Guard on that revival. So let's, I guess we did break down everything there. I didn't mean to, but that did happen. This guy is solid right now. He is phenomenal. You can run him in all content, and he's going to be absolutely fine. So let's go ahead and move on to UI Goku. Now, I just want to present the case for each of them, so we'll go ahead and look at this. We're just going to be looking at the passive, the super attack effects you can see right here. What UI Goku lacks when compared to Vegeta is he is only getting attack raises on his super attacks. So where that is going to come down to is you're going to have a less of a defensive stat, which means if he does get supered, it might come down to dodge or lose. But we have Ki +7 and evades the enemy attack for 1 turn upon entering. So the first turn he has guaranteed dodge, which is super nice. Then we have attack and defense plus 200% at the start of turn. Additional attack and defense plus 77% with HP is 77% or more, which is cool. A chance of launching an additional super attack and a chance of evading enemies attack, including super attack plus 77%. Very nice with this dodge. Additional attack dodge chance of 7% with each attack evaded. So if he dodges 4 turns, you do have guaranteed dodge. Plus an additional Ki +2, same thing as Vegeta for every attack evaded. So you're building up via dodge rather than just receiving attacks compared to Vegeta. And plus an additional attack plus 77% and performing a critical hit when you activate the active skill or you get your 24 Ki. Same principle as Beast Gohan, where that's going to be super easy. You get a revive if HP is 77% or less, and you reserve, If HP is 77% or less at the start of a character's attacking turn, you revive with 77%. So it's no longer based on getting hit, it's just a easier revive chance. That is very nice. Same condition as Vegeta as you revive, and then we have guaranteed dodging compared to Guard, which is the same attack. So essentially he gets the same thing as his first turn after he revives. So that is very good. So you have guaranteed dodging. So now let's move on to Majin Buu, or Buu Tanks, whatever you want to call him. He essentially is cracked when he is in Buuhan. You could say that Buuhan, I think standalone, might look the best out of all these guys individually, but it does matter what is at the beginning, right? What are you going to look like turn 1? That is important now. You recover 20% of your HP at start of turn, so if you get hit a lot, you're going to recover a lot of HP. We get Ki +2, attack and defense plus 200% at start of turn. Great chance to activate guard against all attacks, that's cool. Plus an addition, medium chance to dodge, again, that's cool. It's just built in, so any hidden potential build with this guy could potentially work. Plus an additional Ki +2 per type key sphere obtained, very nice. Launched an additional super attack guaranteed, cool. Additional attack and defense plus 50% and activate guard for all attacks for 1 turn since appearing, or when HP is at 90% or lower at the start of a turn. Very nice. An additional evasion chance plus 20 survives an attack that would KO you. So surviving KO attacks is super clutch. Like as a floater, that's awesome. So like you take a bad super as the last attack, you're going to survive it. So it's like a pseudo revival. And then you recover 12% at the HP at the end of the turn if HP is 50% or lower. The new active skill, because these are actually way more important than the 6 years ones, 50% or more starting from the 4th turn. That's very easy. Especially with the amount of healing this guy is doing, you're going to be looking at that an awful lot. And then when you go into Buhan, you just become crazy, right? You get guaranteed seal on your 18 Ki, recover 20% HP, still the same thing. Your Ki goes up to 5 and you get 250% defense at the start of turn. You launch an additional super attack for 3 turns it's appearing, so guaranteed. You activate guard against all attacks. You have guaranteed guard. You have a high chance to dodge, which I believe is 50%. And then you launch an additional super attack, so you have guaranteed 2 super attacks for the first 3 turns that are additional, plus whatever you have in the hidden potential system. Then you have an additional attack and defense plus 50% and nullifies enemies' actions with an 18 Ki for 5 turns. So that's very nice as well. An additional attack and defense plus 100% from turn 6 after appearing. Cool. Seals the enemy super attack for 5 turns. Very nice. And when the turn ends with 50% or more HP, you temporarily gain an attack plus 50% and recover HP by 10% with 50% or less HP. So this Buhan is crazy, right? He has guard, guaranteed guard, very high defensive stats. You're still going to be stacking. You're going to be raising your attack and defense for 4 turns. So you're always going to be seeing that on top of whatever stacks you had when you were in Boo tanks. It is all going to look very, very good. Now, the last one, let's quickly go with this one. Ki +2, attack and defense was 200%. Damage reduction of 30%. Ki +2 per type key sphere obtained. We talked about that already. Launched an additional attack with a great chance of becoming super, so 77% or 70% chance. Medium chance for attacks to become crits. Very cool. That's a 30%. Additional attack and defense plus 50%, and launched an additional super attack for 1 turn when HP 77% or higher. There we go. So yeah, I've already seen this guy quad super plenty in base, which is very nice. And then they are stacking defense on their 18 and their 12 Ki. So you can potentially get 4 defensive stacks in the beginning of the fight, which is very nice. And then additional critical chance at damage reduction plus 20 when HP is 50% or higher. So you have 50% damage reduction at the beginning of the fight. You can potentially stack 4 times in the beginning. It's very nice, right? Then 77% or less HP starting from the 4th turn. You go into Super Vegito, and then you have recovers. You get a full heal. You have a guaranteed seal on your 18 Ki if you can. You activate guard for 3 turns. You get Ki 5 and attack and defense plus 250 with a high chance of performing a crit, so 50% from the start of the what's it called? That's just you always have that. Excuse me. Additional critical chance plus 20% for the turn per attack performed. So if you do 5 attacks, you have guaranteed crits. So with normals in the front, that's going to be very easy. Additional attack plus 30% for the turn after receiving attack. Very easy because you'll put him in slot 1. Damage reduction plus 30% and an additional damage reduction plus 30% against normal attacks. So 60% damage reduction against normals. Counters with tremendous power. Yep, very nice. Plus an additional Ki plus 2 per key sphere obtained, including Rainbow. And then attack and defense plus 77% and sees a scouter for 10 turns. So very, very, very good. So now that we've broken down everybody, let's go ahead and look at the rankings. So at number 1, I think just consistency from turn 1 to turn 100, Evolution Blue Vegeta is going to be my number 1 unit. I think this guy is really just holding it down for you defensively with the guard and the damage reduction, especially with the damage reduction. This guy is really going to be holding it down, and it's going to be hard to take this guy out. Now, coming in at number 2, I have Super Vegito. I think the base of Super... No, I have UI Goku at number 2. Yeah. I think Super Vegito individually might be the best out of all of these, but I think UI Goku from turn 1 is way better, but Super Vegito's ceiling is way higher than UI Goku's. So I have Super Vegito at number 3. I think that this guy's teams right now are a little bit lacking, and the fact that these guys are on the pure superhero team with double Beast Gohan, where you have to run double Orange Piccolo for this guy, I think just all in all, that's going to make this ranking better. And then at number 4, I have Buhan, again, just based on teams. I think individually, this guy is super impressive too, but the fact that you're not going to be running him on like the Beast Gohan team, let me triple check that, make sure we're good. Yeah, Beast Gohan doesn't lead any of these. You'd be running him like on the Broly team or something like that right now, which is not the best team in the game, but still definitely is a big buff. But all of these guys are super, super good, but I'm going to crown Evolution Blue Vegeta as the EZA king right now. So let me know down below what you guys think of this list. How would you alter it? What do you guys think? Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy. Let me know your list down below. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you all in the next one.